Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Spilo. We're going to be doing probably 2 VODs. I'm going to aim for 2 VODs today because I have 1 paid coaching session, 1 contingent session. We're going to try and get both done. Good to see everybody. I am dressed up. I don't know why. I just kind of felt like instead of being a slob today. So I am dressed up, sort of. In other words, I'm wearing jeans and not soft pants. So that's going to be a change. So yeah, this will be, I think we're coaching Ball and maybe Brig today. Ball or Mercy, one or the other. So we will be doing that. Oh yeah, my hair. I haven't even looked at my hair. I got out of the shower a little bit ago. I showered really late because I slept in, and then I worked out, and then I had some other stuff. So then I showered a lot later than I normally would have. Do a belly dance. Holy cow! All right, give me a song to dance to, Neo. Give me a song to dance to. You just got a shower? Nice. Give me a song to dance to, and I'll go for it. I'm pretty sure I unironically busted up my old headphone strap. It got all torn up because it got wet. Because I would put on headphones too soon after wet hair. That's why I use earbuds now half the time, because if my hair is anything close to wet, I don't want to trash my headphone strap. Thank you for not streaming at EU midnight. I mean, I try and mix it up. A lot of it is more along the lines of wins and wins availability for me, but I try and mix it up for everybody too. But yeah. Anyway, I guess we just go ahead and don't waste a whole lot more time. Neil, if you have a song for me, we'll do that really quick, and then we're gonna go right into it. We are on Joe to Pro. We're gonna do him first, and then if we have time, we'll be on Sauna, who is we're gonna be coaching main support or Levitate. Yeah, I don't think it's Sauna, is it? No, I don't think it's Sauna. And we're gonna be going over some Ball / Sigma. He just started learning Ball. Okay, hygienic chat. I mean, you're in it, so no, it's disgusting. All right, let's it's echoing a little bit, so I'm gonna mute my mic. Yeah, we gotta get a little bit here. Hang on. Also, I think the face cover kind of kills it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? Right here, okay? And then we mute, and then we go. You ever guys have a feeling of instant regret where you do something and as soon as you do it, you're like, why did I start doing this? That wasn't one of those times. That was one of the times where before it even happens, instant regret implies that, oh, as soon as I did it, I felt regret. That was more along the lines of, I'm regretting this before I even start. I want to kind of give more context for that, just to be very clear. That doesn't qualify for instant regret because it implies that there was a time where regret was turned on. Regret never turned off. It was continual. There was a feeling of deep impending doom. I hope you enjoyed spending your points. Shut up, Mally. Nobody cares what you think. You made your day? You're welcome. The shirt kind of came down, but I wasn't fixing it. Like an obligation? I mean, an obligation implies that it's a responsibility. I mean, I had a responsibility, I guess, but it was not one that I was very, okay. It was like the responsibility of caring for your sister's pet rat. You're like, why am I doing this? That's probably not anything that you guys can relate to. Probably a violation of Twitch TOS, yeah. You know, not safe for lunch, basically. Okay, we're gonna go. Joe to Pro. Ball Sigma. Prefer you only do the attack and the latter one if you have time after reviewing the first one. First one is Icon Vault, second is Blizzard World. I mostly just got 2 codes. I'm starting to learn Ball. Okay, I hate to do this, but okay, tier 2. That means there's a Q&A and 60 minutes, including a 10-minute Q&A after the review, post coaching checklist, time sent, direct listing. Okay, so we do the Q&A whenever. I don't know if Joe to Pro will be in voice for that or not, or we'll do it off stream, but we will do the Q&A. You can be in voice, you can type it up. I don't really care what you want to do, Joe to Pro. It's your Q&A. We can do that whenever. But for the review, it is going to be kind of close to an hour, and we're going to do starting with the first VOD. All right. Ball / Sigma. I hope they're Yeah, I don't like doing split VODs, but I will give you some stuff to work on for both. Hey, Nunchi, good to see you, mate. Your ball is slapped. I can't even remember, I'll be honest, Nunchi. I remember coaching you, but I don't remember what I coached you on, and I don't remember what rank you were. But for some reason, I thought you were like some plat pleb, and then I was watching your ball, and I'm like, oh, this guy's not plat. No offense to plebs. I don't know what rank you are, but your ball looks pretty smooth. You was Arisa Masters. Yeah, I could tell it was like at least Masters on the ball. Like probably like low Masters. Yeah, it was good. Neo, don't be inappropriate. You've dropped, yeah. I mean, it looked smooth and quick play. I know the competition, you were still making a lot of mistakes, but your mechanics were good. Hey, this looks familiar. Nunchi, this is literally what I was watching last night. This right here. The staging on Eichenwald. Brilliant. I watched this whole map on stream. I don't watch, you're a diamond pleb? Yeah. I don't even watch streams, so you should be flattered. I usually host and like leave it open, but I don't really have time to watch streams, but I watched some good ball play. So I watched a little bit of Paris as well. Eichenwald felt rough though. Like Eichenwald, I was like, dude, how hard do you have to carry? No, like I don't know who you were stacking with, but holy moly, they were heavy. It was like you versus Doom. Who could solo kill more people? You were the enemy Doom. That entire map. Okay. So I guess just like a quick start checklist of things I'm looking for with ball. If this is low diamond, which it is, I want good engagement timing. I want you not feeding off of cooldown. And proper target priority. I think that's like a good bare minimum. It's like you're not going to always choose the right targets. You're not going to always have the smallest rollouts, but you're going to know like kind of when to go in. You're not going to feed off of cooldown, and that you're going to go relatively more often for backline. With ball, it's not really fair to describe as backline as like a priority, but you do want to kind of look for isolated targets, or if you're going to go for the clump, you want to make sure that you're going for the clump right where your team has a lot of angles. In other words, if you're going to get a big slam right in the middle of the enemy team, you're not going to do that, back here. You're going to try and do it once they kind of walk out into your space to where your team can follow up on it easier. Because obviously, the higher risk, the higher the reward, but there's a lot lower reward if you're engaging here than there is if you're engaging here. So like you can die here engaging maybe, but it might be worth it if you get a good slam. So good engagement timing, and relatively decent mechanics. We won't spend a lot of time on mechanics. Well, it depends on what we see. It depends on what we see. Maybe it's something that you're really bad at, but we'll look at it. Half sig and half ball. Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, Joda Pro, Diamond Ball, let's go. Looking at your composition, you are playing a relatively spammy comp. I mean, that's generally what we're going to be seeing more of, I think, from most of the VODs from here on out, because it's definitely more meta right now, our dive spam hybrids. Neptuno, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. So, you're streaming. Why are you following? What are you doing? You must be between games. Okay. By the way, guys, if you guys didn't know, Neptune is the most... you close. You quitter! I was watching Eichenwald attack. That was absolutely delightful. I have never heard anything more fun than you and asking, absolutely losing your brain. I know you won the game. I'm sure you did. Well done. Congratulations. You beat the European peasants. Congratulations. Also, you playing Zen was pretty amusing. I don't know how you have a different sensitivity for every hero. Okay. Aiden, thanks for the sub. Nunchi, thanks for the sub. Okay. So speaking of Eichenwald, this is like obviously definitely more of a spammy hybrid kind of a situation. But the thing with ball is like you really have to pay attention, similar to Winston, you have to pay attention to like where and how your team engages here. So like right here, you look at your comp and you're like, okay, we're not really running a full dive hybrid. So we don't really have the flexibility to engage whenever. We're playing it with a Ryan. If you engage back here, your Ryan's not gonna be able to do anything. If you're playing a Hog, or a Sigma, maybe there's a little bit more flexibility there, but if you're playing a Ryan, extremely limited with where you're gonna actually get engagement locations. You're here for the top of your coaching? Yeah, well, you're in the right place, okay? Same thing with your Symmetra. Like, if you engage back here, the value of running a Ryan Symmetra is zip, right? So you kind of have to do these mental gymnastics to try and figure out pre-fight what your team is really gonna wanna be engaging on. So like, I look at your comp, and I see Ryan Sim, two very short range heroes that kind of want to play around the choke, and I'm like, okay, this is where we want to fight. This is where we want to fight. So for you especially don't want to engage back here because you literally, quite literally, will have nobody to follow up there. Nobody to do anything at any point in time. You need to actually like let them come through and fight here. And that's pretty much regardless of comp. So you don't need to be like, okay, I need to see their comp. No. You can be making these decisions and going through these thought processes before the fight even starts, or before the game even starts. I mean, you look at the rest of your comp, Ash, Mercy, they're going to be able to follow up on this stuff too. So like really, you don't want to show or do absolutely anything until they come to this choke right here. And that's something that you should be doing every single time when you play ball. Look at your comp, okay, where do I want to engage? Because really, you are the one that kind of starts the initiation. You're almost the main thing here. Oh, thanks for the bits, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so let them through, smash them here. This is where crap happens. This is where you sim to stuff. This is where you're Ryan to stuff. And so that's where you're going to be taking fights to 6. It's really important as a tank that you're taking fights to 6. That's kind of your responsibility. Okay, looking at their comp, obviously the CC and the double CC in Discord is a problem. But if you're clean with your engages, your ball is going to be very good against that because there's 3 squishies, right? Obviously Flash, Discord, that's problematic as is sleep, but you can get a lot done if you're timing it really well. Because if they nade, sleep, flash you, your Ryan is completely free. But you have to actually engage in a location to where you absorbing cooldowns actually matters. Because if your Ryan can't swing on them and punish them for using all the cooldowns in you, then you're not doing anything. So that's the last I'll say on that for right now. I like the patience here. Obviously your Ryan was getting pressured a little bit, but they don't really have any space. There's no angles. There's no real like hard committal here. So there's no real reason for you to be doing anything. I want you to go now though. You should be going now. You need to be going now. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so you need to look at this and 2 things to look at. 1, they've pushed past the choke. 2, they are clearly committing cooldowns. And 3, you should be able to, you see this? What's the enemy team doing here? What is unique about this engage? What do you see? I'm gonna turn on spectate overlay to make it more obvious. For those of you, especially those of you here yesterday with their Echo VOD, what do you see? How is the enemy team engaging? Oh. I'm gonna give you like 2 or 3 seconds and I'm gonna cheat for you. You're surrounding Ryan, exactly. They're split. This is where the angle is. They're taking angles. Like they're actually, so what that means to you is that means that this is a serious engage. A sandwich, yeah, exactly. This is a serious engage. Your Ryan is in serious trouble. Serious trouble, right? Which means you need to go. Something needs to happen right now. You cannot let this Ana and Zen just have free reign because that means that your Ryan is going to absorb every cooldown and die while you're doing nothing about it. And your Ryan is probably going to actually die here. So your timing here is really, really off. You need to be paying attention to what the enemy team is doing to your other tank. Now, if this is not a Ryan, if they're hard pushing your Zarya, if they're hard pushing choke, if they're running dive and they're hard diving your backline, anytime, you don't need to know the specifics, you just need to say, enemy team is hard engaging, I need to do something, okay? You can either be the one that dictates the engage or you can respond to when the enemy team does something and engage yourself. But something needs to happen now and you're way too slow at that. Like not even like a second or 2, probably 3 or 4 seconds too slow. And the problem here is, okay, so like I'm not going to nitpick on the engage too much. The slamming into a grapple boop, is fine. Like that'll do. That's okay. Whatever, not a big deal. I would have liked you to have shot this Ana a little bit. Like this Ana is very killable with your primary fire right now. So I think this is definitely an error worth mentioning. But like you see how much you're doing? That Ana's 1 HP. There's Discord. Ana sleeps you. Harmony Orbs toss your way. The McCree turns around and you almost kill the Zarya. So we have like 4 or 5 little things all at the same time that all result from you slamming and aren't in any way threatening to you right now because you have your E and your grapple. But the problem is it matters 0. It doesn't matter at all because your Ryan's already dead. And not only that, but your team's response to your Ryan being dead is they're backing out because they know that there's no way for them to hold space, right? So not only did you let your Ryan die, this engage is actually doing nothing and at very, very high risk to you because these guys have nobody to look at. There's no, okay, oh shoot, there's a Ryan in our face. Okay, there's like, an Ashe shooting at us or a Symmetra spamming at us or a nade. No, there's nothing. They've backed away because the Ryan's already dead. This is now a 1v6. And it's an unintentional 1v6, but it's a 1v6 nonetheless because of a serious error that you made with your engagement timing. Not only have you thrown the fight, and let your Rhine die, now you, in fact, might actually die as a result, and you've accomplished nothing. You've accomplished nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no chance of you comboing with a dynamite here, or with a fire strike, or with a Symmetra orb, or anything. There's zero chance of you doing anything unless it's a solo kill, and everybody's looking at you, so you might die. Like, look at how much attention you might have gotten here if you'd comboed. You choked. You choked. You choked real hard. And then you stop and turn and shoot, like, when you're gonna die. You're gonna die. That's just abominable. Like, this is unforgivable. It's atrocious. It's just atrocious. Like, you should, like, you had the right idea of how to engage. Why did you wait so long? And it's just a snowball effect of your team loses space, you get picked. Like, all of those things are a result of you making a stupid error of engaging. I'm telling you guys, everything in Overwatch is timing and positioning. If you're in the proper position, good things happen. If you're on the proper timing, good things happen. I don't want to talk so much about, okay, you should have shot there, or you should have, used your adaptive shield. No, screw that. Play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and the other stuff will happen as a result. I'm sorry, but it matters. I'm doing well, Ariel, thank you. If you guys could actually do the basics, I wouldn't have to repeat them over and over again. At least make an effort. What's the SR, Diamond? This is like, oh, Dad, you're always telling us to look both ways before you cross the street. Fine, don't look, get trucked. See if I care. Morons. Cron. Like, what are you doing here? Like, you're accomplishing nothing. You're accomplishing nothing. The stall's not worth. All you've done is you've fed 600 ult charge and meant that your staging is going to be late. For what? A meaningless... You didn't even stall well. Like, I don't get it. The fight's lost. Get over it. Either stall and get out and feed your support's ult charge, or don't stall at all. There's no point stalling that. Like, that's not stalling. You stalled half a second. They weren't, like for half a second and fed 6 ult. That's not good. That's not equivalent exchange. That's like chopping off your left leg to buy a sandwich. Like, that doesn't happen. It shouldn't happen unless, you're living in, like, the deep south. That was a joke. Self-joke. I'm actually from the deep south, so, no comment. Nobody make any comments. Okay, okay, again, chat, what should we be paying attention to as ball right now? It's Ryan, 65th of fall. What should we be paying attention to? I'm not going to even give you guys any... I'm not helping at all. What should this ball be paying attention to? Think about what screwed us over last fight, and what mistake are we not going to make again? Team's tempo, sure. So how do you dictate tempo? Like, what are you looking for right now? Because you want your DPS and your team paying attention to you as a tank. To when you're going in, you want your team to follow up. But it's a two-way street. You have to be paying attention to where they are. If you don't look to see where your Widow and Ashe are set up, or where your Rhine's set up, you might as well just uninstall. And you'll get a standing round of applause from anybody that have ever played with you. Even against you, because, the free SR gets old after a while. Look at where your Rhine is, look at where your Ashe and Widow is, and then you decide. Because it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you shoot Rhine Shield as a ball, the least efficient thing you could be doing, if you're doing it in the wrong place. Yes, exactly. So for right now, you look at this, and again, I'll cheat for you guys. Spectate overlay. Look at how this is set up. Now, you tell me, where should our ball be engaging? Probably, you don't have to get a perfect read on it, because you'll make a mistake here and there. Thanks for the 1 bit, moron. Okay, maybe somewhere back here. Maybe in this location. Like, you want them to, like, actually walk out. You don't really care about going back in here, because your team can't really help you there. So just like right now, the best thing you can do is maybe primary fire this Ashe like a little bit, but you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. 350 channel points? What is this, random fact day? Nobody cares. Okay? Like right now, this is not good. This is not good. And then this might feel good. This might feel like, man, I got a big slam. But it's really not. Because who could shoot this? Maybe you get a dynamite here. Maybe. This is not feeding. This is not completely blowing your brains out. But this is not good. Right? You need to let them out a little bit. If you let them out a little bit, now your Widow can see, now your Ana can see, your Rhine can swing. Let them out just a little bit further. So we've flipped it on its head, and now from going, you're engaging with the slam into heavy CC too early, whereas before you did it too late. Find the balance. Oh my gosh, you guys are literally like salted and saltines. And less nutritious as well. Please stop shooting. What are you doing? You're in no position to be doing anything like that. Okay. Like again, just for context, like this is what your Widow can see. This is what you slammed. And I don't expect you to like understand all the, like have a perfect idea of where your team's sightlines are at all times, because you're not going to be able to do that. But you need to have a general idea. And so far, your general idea has been pretty scuffed. Or you're just not thinking about it. It might be that you understand. Like this is what we like to see, okay? Now, again, am I going to nitpick how you're engaging? Not really. Slamming here is maybe not the best thing to do, but I don't care. It's fine. It does the job. But what you do have is you have, your Ana's a little slow pushing up, but you have a great Widow LOS, you have an Ashe Mercy pocket, and your Rhine is actually engaging. This is what we like to see. This is what we like to see. Great. Great. Look at that. 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 Look at all that attention. Now go back in. Oh boy. What is this Zen doing? What? Hello? Probably not winnable. Oh. Okay, unfortunate. I will take that over what we've seen previously, though. It's a shame that we weren't like full HP and full setup because of our previous mistake errors. Okay, so you're gonna swap. It's not a bad swap. I think Sigma is definitely gonna be good in their comp. The high amount of spam is gonna be very useful. Getting out of this choke is gonna be a little tricky for sure, but Sigma will help with that. The ball was not a bad choice into this. Yes, they had CC, Discord, and all that kind of crap, but because you're playing ball, your job should be to basically make them clump. If they split, you kill the solo kill target, or you force a lot of attention. So I think the ball was fine as well, but it's fine to swap here. So big thing we can take away from this, your timing was horrendous. You were basically either engaging too late or too slow. You need to be paying attention to that a lot more than you are, because it's not good. Okay, we move on.
Activating the barrier.
Probably wouldn't. Okay, this is another mistake. Chat, what's the issue here? What's the issue? What's the major issue here? Major issue here, because this is what happens when you don't understand basic game macro fundamentals. Is you make micro errors. But you notice how little I go over micro errors? It's because good micro decisions are a result of understanding the game from a macro level. So what I'm about to tell you could technically be called a micro tip. Hair check, thank you. Could be technically called a micro tip, but it's a micro error that's a result of you either not understanding or not thinking about the macro. What's going on here? You shouldn't be pushing first. No. More than that. More than that. It's because the problem isn't even when you shield now. You shielding now is probably okay because you're trying to get out of choke, right? But right, bang. Here you go. This is the error. This is the error. It's the same error that you made with ball, by the way. Nobody's using this. Are you taking space with this? Are you defending your team with this shield? No. No. Look at your team. Look at your team. And as soon as you see this, maybe you're like, oh, maybe my Ryan's trying to take space on my shield. Okay. Not the best decision. He has a 1600 shield. He doesn't need it right now. Oh, whatever. Fine. You misread the situation. Why are you not taking it down? Hello? Why? You just lost over 200 shield for nothing. Literally nothing. Now you need your shield, because now you're actually doing something. So, yeah, I would prefer you to follow your Rhine, because I think your Rhine is better built with his armor and his higher shield to actually be the one walking out of choke. So I don't like you pushing here first. This is a big mistake. But in addition to that, you're also throwing and showing like over 200 HP of your shield before the fight even starts. And to be honest, if that Zen was playing a little bit more head up and not charging right clicks, he would be spamming primary fire on that shield earlier. It'd be better for him to do that. Your shield should have been broken more than it was. So this is good. This is what we want. I really just want you to sit here. Your job as Sigma is to create off-angle pressure. And to help your line out by doing so. In other words, if you are putting pressure on Zarya and Ashe, they then have to turn and look at you, so then they stop shooting your Rhine. That helps your Rhine survive. That helps your Rhine shield survive. That helps your Rhine not take damage. And not only that, if they don't look at you, you can either force cooldowns or get kills. Not only that, But if they don't look at you or don't deal at you, you can actually force them to all clump up. For example, let's say that this Zenyatta was like off angling here, right, and trying to spam your Ryan so where he couldn't hide. So like let's say your Ryan was hiding on payload, but the Zen is like taking this angle here and he's spamming the Ryan behind payload. If you take this here and you start throwing primary fire, that Zen is going to die, or he's going to have to go back towards his team to where you can't reach him. Well, if he goes towards his team, now he can no longer shoot your Ryan behind payload. That's how angles work. Angles deny cover. Right? So if you take an angle, you deny them denying your team's cover, if that makes any sense. It's like a defensive offensive move. Okay? Is Sigma Shield still viable to play with right now? I mean, it's horribly clunky. Yes, it's horrible, but it's still playable. I mean, I don't know that he's the best off tank right now. I don't have a great meta read, but I can tell you that he's horribly clunky. Yeah, so I like this position here. I would not even bother with Bob. Like, because right now, yeah, you can shoot and shield Bob, but Bob, your Ryan can deal with Bob. Ryan, it's not like Ryan is in your back. It's okay. If Bob's on your backline shooting your Zen in the back, then maybe but he's just shooting your Ryan. This is more threatening to your team right now. This is Zarya and Ashe, and maybe even the Zen if he gets close enough. Okay, so I do not want you shooting Bob. This is bad. This is bad. This is really bad. Can we actually see like how your Mercy dies? Because I'm gonna laugh if it's because you left. Not really. No, your Mercy just died either way. But you definitely could have dealt with this McCree. Because again, chat right now. Answer this question: who is the most dangerous person on the enemy team right now? Who is the most dangerous person on the enemy team right now? You guys tell me this. McCree. Yeah. Look at this angle. If you don't, he is very killable. Because here's the thing with really greedy angles. They're very high risk, high reward. Very high risk, high reward. But if you ignore them, then you're going to die. Right? So this Cree's probably feeling like a pro, but he's only gonna feel like a pro if you ignore him. If you don't ignore him, he's going to die and his team's gonna flame him. Like the difference between like a throw and a clutch play is like razor thin. It's all about, now this McCree's timing his flank really well, right? And mechanically he's probably going to do well, but it's razor thin, guys. It's razor thin. And it really just comes down to which team is doing a better job playing around their angles, right? Hey, man. Hey, Casey. All right. So we hope that you deal with the McCree. Yeah, so your Ana loses her angle. So do you see what this McCree did? Do you see what this McCree did? You're like, oh, he didn't do anything. Yes, he did. Look at your Ana. Look at your Ana. If Zarya's charged, that's a big deal. Yeah, for sure. Hey, you want to be picked up? My cat wants to be picked up. Ah, my earbuds. Ripped my earlobe in half. Casey, thanks for the follow, mate. But yeah, do you see where your Ana is now? This is a direct result of that McCree staying on this angle. And now your Ryan could very realistically die. Because there's no support. And not only that, but you're on the back foot because that McCree caught you off guard. Oh, nice rock. But I mean, the damage is already done. You've been without your Ana. The McCree survived. Like all sorts of bad things were a result of that. Now this is good. This is good. This is now winnable because you've established this. You will not let this. And by the way, in this situation, if you can't reach anything and they're like playing super far back, you could definitely also just go up the stairs and push the Widow. You don't even need to kill her. Just push her. Get her off the high ground. Yeah. Beautiful. Do you see how easy that is? Like where's the counterplay to that? Marry me? Sure. Hey Zanzibar. Long time no see. Like where's the counterplay to that? I mean, obviously I'm being like facetious, but like hey kitty. Kitty's on the lot. Okay. But like this is great. Like think about how much you're doing for your Ryan right now. Chat, if your Sigma's taking good off angles like this and not feeding, compliment him or her. Like this you do so much for me. This is so helpful to your team. I want you just look at how much attention you're gonna get here. Look at this. Look at this poor Zen. Where does he position? But will you? Yes, I will marry you. Now I want you to drop, and I want you to push into the backline run. I unironically want you to drop and go kill backline. Yes. Good, look at that. Beautiful. Easy win. Great job. Your supports are brain dead. What was that? Why did they just both Nano and Valk immediately as the last person dies? Or as the last person was alive, even if it was just the one person. You've got to be kidding me. This is fine. Don't use, too much shield, but you don't... your shield? Hello? Hello? I mean, I guess, okay, I'm nitpicking a little bit. Your Hanzo is getting a little bit of value out of it. It's not super helpful for your Hanzo. So, I'm being a little nitpicky, though. It's not a big deal. You didn't let it break, which is good. I mean, okay. So, dropping here, probably not really necessary. You guys didn't have a far enough advantage. And by dropping, you also commit. No, Cat, you can't do this. You want to see Cat? All right, quick. Hi. What's going on? Yeah, so there you go. Everybody says she's chunky. She's not. She's like 10 pounds, I think. She's just super, super fluffy. Okay, but yeah, I don't agree with dropping here. I think you've got good pressure here. I only think you drop if you can't reach the angle. But the problem is with you dropping is, if you think about it, yeah, the Rein Zarya are here, but where's everybody else? There's an Ana directly below you. There's a Widow behind you. This is where you would probably, if you're gonna drop, I would drop and push the angle, not the core. So like right now, if you're gonna drop, I appreciate you going for the Ana first, but like I would drop and go kill Widow if you're gonna do anything. Oh, please don't r/chonkers me. Like, those guys are, like, pet abusers. I swear. Half of them, anyway. But, yeah. I mean, this is gonna work because you have such an amazing angle, but it's not the best way you could have played it, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Although I'm a little concerned about your Ana. Your Ana's not super well positioned. Like, yeah. Not great. Okay. You can flex this as well, especially now that they have no more sleep. Nice. Yeah, so this is what we're concerned about. But do you see how, like it makes such a difficult situation for their team? Like, what are they supposed to do about that? Well done. Well done. Not perfect by any means, but you have the right idea there. I'm giving tips to people's gameplay? Yes, I am. I don't know why you Hanzo ulted, and I don't know why they tranced, but sure. So this is really messy, okay? Now, chat, what's the issue here? What's the issue here? Or not necessarily what's the issue, but what do we have to really be aware of as Sigma here? What do we have to be aware of? For the enemies in, how would I counterplay the Sigma taking aggression off angles like that? Would you just flush him out before? I mean, yeah, you need to flush him out. So, like, what they're doing right now, by clearing high ground, is probably pretty good. Because it's really hard to take angles in this like particular spot on the map. So like going high ground and clearing them off is good. Yeah, where's the rest of your team playing? Exactly. So that's something you need to continue to be aware of. On every tank you play, where are you playing? Where are you playing? Where are you playing? Where are you playing? Right now, you need to be very cautious because they can very easily hard push you and your team can't do anything about it. So I don't mind you being in this room. Just play like max range. Max range. Because they will push you. No. Say no. Say no. No. Do you see, chat, how like I had no idea that all this crap was going to happen, but I could have predicted it? We knew something bad was going to happen. Either you're going to die, or you were gonna, get all of your shield burned, or you're gonna demand a lot of healing. Right. So like all of it, this isn't, oh, you use flux there. This is you fought there. Right? It's not just, oh, okay, you wasted your ult. You used cooldowns, and you used shield, and you positioned yourself and demanded healing in a really bad spot where your team couldn't follow. That guy was like, oh yeah, definitely that's Papeka, for sure. Like, it was a fat flux, but if you had simply waited for them to come out, or played more passively, and heck, dude, you could have, unironically, can you imagine if you had played like this? Nizmi 7? Nizmem 7? Nizmel, thanks for the follow. Can you imagine if you had played max range, spam them here? They go, okay, he's kind of annoying, but we're just going to go high ground. They start to go high ground, and you follow them at like max range, and then as soon as they come out to here, you flux them like here. Right? Literally basically the same play, just like 2 or 3 seconds later, completely different outcome. 6-man flux, they all die. I promise you. I promise you. You could have murdered their backline. Same situation, same essential positioning, just a slight adjustment, right? And it's an adjustment of your mind. It's an adjustment of your mind. It's not just adjustment of like, your decision making. It's adjustment of how you're viewing the field, looking at what you're doing, looking at what your team is, where your team is set up, because we're missing that in ball and we're missing that in Sigma. That ball, Ryan should probably still die. Oh. You guys should be fine. But concerning. Very concerning.
60 seconds remaining.
Activating the barrier. Group up here.
Okay. Max range. Win this 1v1. You must win this 1v1. I love the patience with the rock. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. All you have played. Do you see the difference between where you set up and when you set up now and previously? Last time you were in their gullet, like right in front of the Rhine. You died. Now you're playing a lot more conservatively. Like further back in angle. Do you see how problematic this is for them? Like they would have to chase you like all the way out here to kill you because you're with an no LOS. Like legitimate, they would kill you probably like over here. It would be the most obnoxiously slow way of killing. And meanwhile, they're opening themselves up to Ana. Your team would turn around and start shooting them in the back. The Hanzo, the Ashe. Like this is what we want. This is what we want. Playing more conservatively. Great patience with your rock. No charge. Big rock. Now right now, don't end. Just keep doing what you're doing. Play passive. Great. Great. Need to hit the shots, man. Definitely some mechanical issues there. That Zen should have died way faster. You should have been able to put more pressure on their backline than you did. So that's a little concerning. Shield, hello? Just rock, just rock. So mechanical failures definitely didn't help you there. I don't really love that you're the one going out first when you have a Reinhardt. Like Reinhardt is so much easier to keep up than a Sigma, and you could have been able to get a lot more done. It's the second time that you've like led the charge, and I don't like it. All right. So positioning, definitely a problem. That sucks. Oh, you're gonna lose this, aren't you? You guys got snowballed. All right. Not a lot to say there. Do you have any questions so far, Joe?
Defend objective A.
Got you good as new. Activating the barrier. Barrier
Okay.
is about to break.
Not to be that guy, but same issue here.
Activating the barrier.
Why are you shielding this far? Not only why are you shielding this far, but honestly, why are you even shielding this early? Like, there's a very good argument for opening with shift around the corner, okay? Even if you don't open with shift and you want to open with shield and save your shift, why are you shielding here? You're here. And certainly, why are you continuing to hold shield here? This is what we don't want to see. A10, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, A10 viewers. We're doing a roast VOD review of a diamond tank. For those of you guys don't know, A10 was one of my buddies way back with Phase 2, just like a year and a half ago. Greatest Zarya in EU. Joe? Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we're just doing a roast VOD review. This is like a Diamond Sigma / Diamond Ball. For those of you guys who aren't aware, I am pretty ugly and mean during VOD reviews, but that's just because that's my style and it's just for entertainment purposes. Everybody who gets coached is well aware of that. So as A10 can tell you, I am very sweet and kind, considerate, and honestly even affectionate when I do VOD reviews normally. So yeah, big thing here is like, why are you shielding so far? Why are you keeping your shield up so much? Because you need to be treating your shield like a resource that you guard a lot more carefully. This is very similar to what you did on second defense. When you came out, you shielded too far, too early, and then instead of dropping it and like using more of your Rhine, you just let it burn. You just let it burn. Posture check, thank you. So we don't like to see this, because what this means is that you're essentially AFK for like the next 10 seconds. Because you're actually going to let it break. You are going to let it break. And you're going to use your rock too. Like, what does that accomplish? It does absolutely nothing. I can see you starting to like set up your angle here, which is good, because that means that that's going to be the easiest way for you to break a choke. But that is some horrendous resource management here. I would much rather have you open the shift around the corner, you know, eat the right click, eat the dynamite, eat an on a shot or two, build up the HP, then take your angle. You have full shield right now, and you can hard pressure angle. Because what this means now is you might establish your angle, but you're not going to be able to stand there. Your Ryan's going to walk through the choke. You're not going to be able to spam a lot to help your Ryan go through the choke. Because remember, you're standing here so that your Ryan can walk through the choke, because the Zen and Ashe will be shooting you, and you'll be shooting them, and they're going to have to back off, and you're going to be using your shield. Like, that's what Sigma's good at. He holds an angle, he abuses the angle, and everybody starts to look at him. Meanwhile, all the other crap is happening elsewhere. Okay? So, thank you for all the follows, by the way. There's too many of you hooligans, so I can't thank everybody, but I really appreciate it. Okay. Who should we be shooting right now, chat? Where should we be going? This is a softball, but there's some new viewers in here. Softball. Easy answer. Who should we be shooting? Who's your responsibility? Am I related to Quentin Tarantino? Yes. Ashe, exactly. Ashe, this is what kills you. This is your space. You're gonna kill the Ashe, and then you're gonna not go to main. You're gonna go kill this guy, or at least send him back to here. And then if you send him back to here, you're gonna take his space and start shooting from here. That's your job. Okay? Hello? Hello? You're not doing more doing this. This isn't more helpful. Big red clump. No, that's not better. That's worse. It's like coming home to a really messy house and be like, you know what I need to do? I need to wash the mirrors. No, that's not your priority. This stupid thing is a priority. The thing that you can, not only is it actually killing you more, it's actually killable. Chat, the thing is with target priority, it's not just who's actually killing you, it's who's can you actually kill easily, right? Right? I don't understand the logic here. This is just baffling to me. You didn't even shield. She's still alive. She got out alive. The analogy is hitting different? Yeah, well, it's just baffling to me, man. Like, the priority is just completely off. And now your poor Hanzo. Hello? Do you want to push? Your Hanzo just killed 2 people. Okay. Well, thankfully you're handed to it on a silver platter. Your snipers had 0 space. They made their own space, and then they win the fight. Beautiful. Good. Push her. Good. Go get the Zen. If you lose another 1v1 to a Zen, I swear.
No one can hide from my sight.
You need to be focusing on like those situations where it's like, oh, it's a Zen. You start to like relax. No, don't relax. They will kill you. Especially if it's me on Zen. I will kill you instantly. Icebreaker thing for fall. Like, it hurts my soul. Like, what are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. Okay, I appreciate the sentiment. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, I appreciate the sentiment. You were pushing up. You're taking space. You're gonna get some extra spam in. Fine. Your sniper is with you. Great. I love it. It's just absolutely delightful. Your widow is going in deep. Fine. Okay. But I don't want you going super hard. I don't want you isolated here, okay? You don't need to be isolating yourself yet. Because remember what we talked about with your ball and Sigma, okay? Previously. You don't want to be set up and committing to a location that your team is not ready to fight in. Right now, there's a very interesting number on your screen, okay? And that number is 1. What does this mean? It means your Ana is on card, or your BAP is on card. I wasn't even paying attention. Which means that you are not, contrary to what popular opinion might be, you're not actually hard committing here. You're spamming, maybe you get a couple of picks, and then you can push and be aggressive, but you can't do that right now. So you're finding ways to go like aggressive and not on angles when you should be. For example, first fight here, you're hard committing on core instead of playing angles. So when you do commit, you're playing poorly, but now you're like actually looking to like set up a weird off angle here, but you're doing it when the enemy team could actually unironically just rush you and kill you. Now they can't now because their widow's dead, right? Your widow just popped off and basically handed you this fight win. But this ain't it. This is not it. I don't know what Nunchi says, but I can already tell you that is false. Oh, he loved my coaching style. Well, that's awkward. So disturbing. Like right now, you're gonna be fine. Like the fact that their widow is dead, it's over. Like you're not gonna get punished for it. You're not gonna get punished for it. It's GG's. The Patriot 47, thank you for the follow. But Like it just accidentally happens because actually you might still lose this because your BAP is on guard. I mean, the doors are opening, so maybe you guys get lamb. No, you don't. You die. I love it, chat. There's nothing more satisfying than seeing an egregious error almost get away with, but then it just slams down. Like it's like the justice of the Lord comes down and just smites you. Like it's just delightful. You should be punished for that. You had no business going this aggressive on an angle, but where your team was not set up. Joe, does that make sense? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that you, like, if you guys are actually set up to fight here, then yes, I would want you somewhere over here. Or over here. Or maybe even like this. Probably not the best location. But your BAP's uncard. You can't hard commit on a location where you have no support. It's like astonishing how brain dead you are. Like, it's no longer even surprising, I guess. Like, at some point, it's just not shocking anymore. Okay, you're gonna go ball. Ball's actually an okay choice here. Actually, it's a great choice because if you look at the comp, there's no CC besides sleep. They've got double flux support backline. They have a widow and they have a Symmetra. So there's literally nothing that can toy with you at all or do anything or CC you or bother you at all. Like, they're all easy kills. So your job here is basically, again, hunt widow. If widow is playing hyper conservatively, you're gonna go, bully the Ana. You're gonna go bully the Zen, bully the Symmetra, bully the Zar. Like, there's so many people you can bully. It's literally just gonna be like who's available, right? You know what I'm saying? It's like me when I was in the dating scene years ago. It was like, it wasn't even a question of like, could I? It was like, okay, who's available? Like, it could be anybody at any time. They all want me. It's that kind of a thing. Okay. That was a little forced, guys. I honestly instantly regretted that as soon as it came out of my mouth. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Good rollout, good setup. They all want you. I just that didn't happen. Yes, because everything revolves around map control, right? And timing. Right now, they're hard committing your team, so guess who's not getting healing? Widow's not going to get any help. Nobody. Widow is legitimately, she might as well uninstall. She should die here instantly, unless you mechanically screw up. Same thing with Zen. You can literally pick and choose. I mean, Ana might help Zen, but if she helps Zen, then her Rhine's going to die. So this is great. And then, even if Widow dies, let's say that you're bronze and you don't know how to play the game and Widow dies. Actually, that's not even that much of a stretch at this point. Okay. If she drops and runs to her team to get away from you, well, now she's doing nothing. She's not aggressive. She's not scary. She's worthless. So you're giving these flat damage debuffs on the enemy team just by existing, just by making the right decisions. Shut up, Zanzibar. Ah. Slam. Nice. Okay. I mean, nice. Like, you guys, they grabbed you. They got a really fat grab, but you guys are still going to win. You guys have favorable spawns, and you guys got a couple of kills. That's all that matters. I want to see, actually, what happens here. I think the best way for you to engage this... Yeah, I think the best way for you to engage this would have been you to actually shoot into Slam. So, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I would need to talk to somebody who plays a lot more ball than I do. Someone like a, well, I don't know, who's a ball player? Ball Overwatch, okay? Ball Overwatch, okay? Probably would have shot here a little bit before slamming. Because this Widow's AFK, you could probably easily get like 50 damage before you slam. And then grapple to follow. You probably could have handled that. You probably could have handled that engage way better. But it's okay. I'm not gonna nitpick the engage too much. Only be able to play Mercy or only be able to play Varus. Oh man. That I don't even know. That actually hurts me. Good fight, Stinky? What are you even talking about? Wait, Doodles. Wait. Paris is low-key underrated. Paris, okay, here's the thing about Paris. Paris is like the Mona Lisa, but if she was like throwing up a middle finger. Or the Mona Lisa, but she was like throwing gang signs, right? Or like, had like a, like one of the, like the mumble rapper tattoos. It's like, oh, that's so pretty, but why? Right? Yeah, gang, right? It's like, hey, that like the actual first point, like the point of first, the angles on like the map around it is really cool. It's like, I think it's pretty well designed. It's just that initial choke. It's just, why? And second point as well. It's like, it's honestly, second point is actually not too bad. Like, I think second point Paris is okay, but the distance is so long. It's why? Like, If the distance between first and second was like just a couple seconds shorter, like 5 seconds shorter, and the first choke wasn't so bad, it had like different ways of getting around it, like most chokes in Overwatch, it would be significantly better. Yeah, shut up, Don. Nobody cares what you think. I can't even call you Dons anymore. So Don. You know the irony in your name? That's like a, you know, like the Italian Don. You know, he's like the mafia leader. You could not be anything less of an actual like leader of anything worth manly or anything. You're not even. You're like you know. It's the most ironic thing possible. You could not have chosen a less fitting name. Okay, can I speak some slang? Speak some street. I mean, give me a couple lines and I'll try it. Isn't that the Barbara Billingsley? Okay, you guys ever seen this? All right, I'm gonna get DMCA'd for this, but I'm YOLOing it. Barbara Billingsley, speaking jive. This is actually a really funny clip. So this is from the movie Airplane. And Barbara Billingsley is like a super, she was in Leave It to Beaver. It's like this old 50s like sitcom, you know, like this super white, you know, like most low, no spice whatsoever TV show. And they cast her in this role to like talk jive, which is like 80s or 90s slang, you know? It was like 80s, 70s slang. That was the 90s. And it like the least Barbara Billingsley thing ever. Hilarious. Come with some slack, Jack. All right, you guys are gonna enjoy this.
Can I get you something?
It's your mofo butter laying me to the bone, jacking me up. Tight me.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Cuddy say can't hang.
Oh, stewardess, I speak jive.
Oh, good.
He said that he's in great pain and he wants to know if you can help him.
All right, would you tell him to just relax and I'll be back as soon as I can with some medicine?
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
What it is, Big Mama? My mama raised no dummies. I duck her rap.
Cut me some slack, Jack.
Say Cuddy can't hang. We say be doing it.
Chump don't wanna help. Chump don't get the help.
Say can't hang. Say 7-Up.
Jive ass dude don't got no brains anyhow.
It's just excellent. It's absolutely excellent, man. That's just great. That's just so good. One of the greats. Okay, we're gonna keep going. What do you make of this chart? Can I say the above? Yo, my slime. I know you really don't man them like that, but I was wondering if I could purchase something in fam. Just a bit of grub, my driller. I want to know what your prices are saying because I'm trying to blast the zoo with my boredom and Gurdum. Gee, like you know my feeling. So get back to me because I know you're the top dogger on here. I want to purchase food from you, Bruce. No one else. So peace out, though. We're all safe. Get back to me on a quick thing, Brodum. I tried to really read it fast, so I think I made a couple of errors. I wasn't really focused on my intonation there, so I apologize. Goodbye, Zen. Or Zarya. That works too. That TP is actually pretty clutch. It should be easy to kill, but it's doing a lot. Nice. Nice, thank you. Scoop and poop. Isn't that what it's called? That's what it's called. Ah! Ah! Don't die! That was definitely not worth dying for. Yeah. Flashback, thanks to the fall. So somehow the enemy team has managed to hold on. There's been a bunch of like mechanical clunks. I haven't had as much to say because, I mean, clearly, you know, what you're doing was quote unquote the right thing. It just mechanically, how you're engaging and what you were engaging on wasn't great. Zen should have died there. You know, the scoop and poop failed. So just some mechanical errors. I definitely would not have traded my life to stay in there to get that kill. Would have been better to just, hey, I got work done. I'm going to get out alive. No real reason for, I don't know why I'm watching Symmetric POV, but yeah. Okay. Also worth noting that they are now on hogs, so you're gonna have to be a little bit more disciplined with how you engage and also how you stage. Because like right here in this situation here, you're gonna have to blow a gasket, get out of this choke. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to roll through quickly and be able to stage without getting discorded and hooked. Because if you get hooked, you are probably going to die. With Discord, sleep, even the Symmetra, like you're probably gonna die. Come to England, you fit really well. The perfect pronunciation of that copy bust. I mean, yeah. I mean, I am from I have Scottish British heritage. My name is very British. I have like the most British name ever. I think it's technically Scottish, but you know, whatever. Close enough. You know, one backwards country to another. It's not that big of a difference, right?
No one can hide from my sight.
Ah! Holy cow, the Zen is like popping. Okay, there's no health pack grid, Chief. Mines. Nice. Oh, nice. Okay, nice job. Again, I'm really for you. Just focusing on please get the kill, please. Okay, so you're new to ball, so I'm gonna cut you some slack, but you definitely do need to work on like your mechanics, like how you're taking these engages. It needs to be done better. Needs to be done better. Okay. Hey, chat. Oh, midget knows my name. Poggers. 15-year-old child knows my name. Oh boy, he's gonna tell the lunch lady at school. Yeah, mechanics need to be worked on with your ball. Not strictly your tracking, obviously, but like how you're taking engages. Case in point. I mean, I'm not gonna make too much fun of you because I can't do this either. But this is one of the fundamental ball techs. For you guys don't know, it's called the wall jump, where you go roll up to a wall and press space, and you can jump over it. You don't even need grapple. It's like the fundamental like bread and butter ball tech for mobility. That and the reverse slam, where you drop off of a ledge 180 and slam back onto it, so you can get the slam damage. Those are like the two fundamental ball techs, I would say. The ones that aren't super hard to master, but they provide big return on investment. You can move around a lot, and obviously knowing parts of the map where you can actually do this. Like I'm not even sure if you can do the wall jump here, but if you can, being able to master that would be important. Double boop is more fundamental. I don't know. Honestly, midget, at this point, it's just like, okay, nice. Go for the hog here. Go for the hog. Now, again, do you see how like target priority? Like we always talk about target priority. At least we did yesterday. It's not a set in stone. It's not like you never go for hog. Like normally, if you go for hog, you're an idiot. But like, look at this. He's deep in your back line. He's on your angle, and he's by himself. You go for hog here. Hey, fine. You go for hog. So good. Now chat, do you chase hog? Obviously no. You've removed him from the angle. Now you have no help, so now you ignore hog. You've done your job. You've gotten rid of him. Now you go back lane. I would definitely go for the boop one Zen here. Hello? Zen is literally by himself. I guess you just didn't see him? So clunky, man. It's so clunky. It's you're struggling. Oh dear. Oh my. Oh my. Chat, I'm allergic. I'm allergic to pain. Oh my gosh. I'm also freezing cold. But honestly, y'all, like what was that? Like what was that? What was that? Do you have anything to say for that? The 180 boop? Yeah, that one's pretty big too. Like honestly, what was that? Like I don't have any coaching. Like at some point, like like can you imagine like you're teaching somebody how to read, you know, and like they're learning the letters, and then all of a sudden they just pretend that they're blind for an hour, like just pretending because they're stupid kids, you know? Like that's kind of what we're dealing with here. Like what are you doing? Like your brain just went off. You're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna roll on aimlessly and hope something happens. If you don't know what to do, pause for a second. Just take a second right now and go like, okay, gonna go for Zen. Okay, Zen's gone. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna roll through these guys really fast and go get HP. But instead you just kind of stand here. Like what? What are you doing? Like you can't do this ball, man. You don't just like, and you stop and you shoot. Like, are you daft? I don't know why I'm asking that question. Yes, you are daft. Pause, champ. It's like all your team is carrying you. Sorry. Can we just not say something stupid for like 3 minutes? Is that a challenge for you, Barry Doodles? I don't know why I'm asking. I know the answer to that question. Am I gonna go cut down trees after this? Okay, kid. Okay, kid. All right, listen. Just because I don't dress like a complete bot doesn't mean that I'm gonna be chopping trees. What are you? You're probably sitting in a paper sack. You're gonna cut down trees after this review? Mom, bring the Cheetos. See you right now. All right. Nobody cares what you think. Shut your mouth. Yeah, that's a challenge. Yeah. Whatever. Good luck with that. All right. All right. So, please don't engage. Just stage. No, stop. See, I wouldn't even do this. Like, Because you know the hogs... I just... Like, okay, this is really... See, this is problematic. Chat, what's the problem here? What's the real problem here? What is real concerning right now? Okay, not real concerning because the cart's a little further back. But like, what's not great? Like, I'm not going to give you a chance. Okay, you've gone in, you've kind of bumbled around. Instead of just like waiting and hiding and staging, you've like bumbled around. Like literally everybody knows you're here. Okay, people that aren't even in this game are like, they're getting a notification on their phone. Wait, what the heck? He's Joe DePro's there? Okay, yeah. Okay, like, and now you're leaving, and now like people are actually like setting up the stage, and like you should already be staged here. But look at where you're at. Now you're engaging, but it's like, it's not really well timed. I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm not really happy about this. This is okay. You need to get out of here, though. You need to get out. 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 How you're engaging need to be like, okay, here's the thing. If you're engaging, if you're engaging, the big reason why like being on flanks and angles is important. Okay, chat, can you tell me what's wrong with this engage? Let me just answer this question first before I go into this. What is wrong with this engage? It's not a terrible engage, but what is wrong with this engage? Can you guys tell me? I'll give you a freeze frame that tells me what's wrong with it. This is, okay, what's wrong with this engage? Spilo abuse? It's not abuse. I'm just telling the truth. Like, why am I not allowed to tell the truth? You guys are incompetent morons. Right? There you go. Sends it down main. Exactly. Right? The reason why off angles matter, you're playing ball. It's not like you're going to sit on an off angle and shoot. You know, like, that's not going to do anything. Milk out nothing to the fall. You're not going to do anything from here on the angle. But what you are going to be able to do is you're going to be able to actually engage without completely having your head blown off. You know? Like, obviously, you know, the hog is a concern. You need to be on the avoid the hog. But that doesn't mean you just completely quit. You look like a chunk lumberjack. I will take that as a compliment. The way you were saying it was meant as an insult, but I will take it as a compliment. Lumberjacks are beefy, strong, handsome men with beautiful voices. And they have chest hair, which I do not have. I have nipple hairs. I have like 2 that I pluck like once a month. Okay? Yeah, anyway. So the reason you go here is because you don't just get like completely sandblasted as you engage. If you engage from here or engage from here, so you take no damage. They're not looking at you. You have better cover. You're closer. TMI? Yeah, well, what about it? I'm literally shredded though, so it's okay. So this is just dumb. Like, I mean, look at the amount of damage that you take here. Bang, slam, but you're smack dab in the middle. And honestly, the slam is probably not even necessary. I probably wouldn't even, like, the reason you slam with mines is because you want to suck people in. But if you look at this right now, who are you really slamming? You're barely gonna tag Ryan, but that's it. You actually hit nobody else. And the slam not only puts you in a predictable pattern that allows you to get spammed, but slam also means that you are locked in a location for longer. So you don't just mines and then, you know, whip out of there. You actually, your mines and you're more stuck in that location. Do I also dress in women's clothing? Holy cow. And now you go in, but like you're in no position to engage here. You don't, yeah, just get the mega, You had time to get the mega. It's like a snowball effect. You make one bad decision that forces you to make another bad, or doesn't force you, and then you just make another, and then another, and another. You should probably just go Sigma here at this point. I don't even know what it's referencing. I wear my wife's shorts one time, and you guys go to all the pieces. Monty Python? Okay. It's been too long. I think I've seen the Holy Grail. I haven't seen all of them.
No one can hide.
I haven't seen all the sketches either. Yeah, that's actually a good question. Joey, you know where the Mega on Iked Vault 3rd is, right? I feel like I'm legitimately not only holding your hand, I'm just picking you up and carrying you at this point. Like in a stroller. There's like a difference between like mentally helping you and just physically doing everything for you. Okay. Well, I mean, not caring to think is not exactly a new thing for you, so I'm not surprised. Do you see what you did, by the way, chat? Do we see what he's doing with his shield here? Why is he not shielding? Like, this bothers me, because the fact that you're not shielding right now means that you understand what I was talking about with shield management earlier. Right? You understand the concept of, hey, they're not really peeking right now. My team's not really doing anything right now. If I play really safe around corner, I don't need a shield. I could just spam and save my shield for when the fight actually starts. You understand that, so why didn't you do it the other times before? So you don't even have the excuse of ignorance anymore. It's just blatant incompetence, slovenly behavior. Live. Like, still no shield. Then you shift. Shifting was fine there. But like, look at this. Look at this. You're entering the fight at 700 shield. Where was that before? In fact, you're not even shielding this because your Rhine has full shield and has full HP as well. You have killed the Rhine and you still have not pressed right click. And chat, to be clear, I'm praising this behavior. He is being very efficient with his cooldowns. He's only shielding when it's necessary before he, loses ult charge or gets hooked or, takes a lot of damage. This is good. The bad thing is that this has been completely absent for the last hour. Lunasec, thanks for the follow. Nile Health, thanks for the follow. It's like you look at a bad guy who's like a dum-dum or like a troll. You're like, you don't have a lot of anger at them because they're just idiots. They don't know any better. Delete Baptiste, please, thanks for the follow. But this is you don't have the excuse of ignorance here. You see this? Do you see this? Now you have a great angle. What does this mean? It means these guys have to back away. They can't hold the corner against your Rhine because you shoot them in the gullet. And look at your Hanzo too. This is good shield usage. Your team is doing something with your shield. Unbelievable. Now I want you to swing left. Swing left. Drop your shield. Swing left. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This is great. Look at this angle. He's not shielding right now because he's got full enough HP and he doesn't see Hog looking at him. Now he needs to watch, Zen and Discord Ash things, but like this is great. Look at how much you're doing with this. I don't like this shield. Shifting, whatever. Get off the cart, please. Thank you. So they're tiring as well. But like, do you see how healthy your shield is? Probably need to drop your shield. Or maybe your Hanzo, you were shielding your Hanzo. Okay, drop your shield, hello. Drop your shield, hello. You just let it break. Wow, it goes from like, I don't know what that noise was, but remarkable. Ha ha. Peasant. Look at how much you're doing here. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. You're gonna drop your shield. Please drop your shield. Holy cow. Just rock the sucker. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that. I don't think it was particularly well played. Hey, nice. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because we reached our hour, over an hour actually, and we also have the Q&A at some point whenever Joey wants to do it. The point being is with ball specifically, you need to be looking more of where your team is set up when you're engaging, and then mechanics as well. So more of team setup dictating when you're engaging, and then mechanics. Sigma, shield usage, followed by properly pushing your angles and looking at their angles and dealing with their angles. There was serious inconsistency with your Sigma on both. It's not that you necessarily didn't understand the concept at all. It's that you were inconsistent at applying it. And that is seriously concerning. Spilo, do you think it's worth spending time to rotate all the way around left side to get a more greedy angle of the backline? I mean, in this particular circumstance, I mean, sure. If you just have to be fast about it, and if you can communicate it, even better. If you're doing something, trying to do something unusual that you think might be worth it, if you're given time, that's when you really need to communicate it, right? It's really important you communicate that.